So now I invite us into a time to give. This month, we start a new mission partner, and it is the Colorado Village Collaborative. I want to thank you for your donations this past month, and especially last Sunday, I told you the story of the trans 12-year-old that we supported in their efforts for the family supporting their mental health and struggles through this. I said I wrote a check to them for $1,000, and then during the week, you sent back to the church $1,300 in response to this child in our midst. So thank you for your generosity, as always. We are grateful for you. So you have heard over the course of the last several months about the SOS camp at Park Hill United Methodist Church and Temple Micah. SOS stands for Safe Outdoor Shelter, and it's one of the initiatives by the city to provide a multitude of ways to bring shelter to those who are unhoused. In this case, it is to bring together 40 to 50 in camps behind the barriers of a fence with social services provided, but it's in the Park Hill neighborhood, and we're going to hear from long-time Park Hill neighborhood members of our church about how the neighborhood has kind of been changing and kind of some disappointment around the values that seem to be promulgating right now in this conflict. So today we're going to hear from our friend and member, Sue Wofford. Let's listen.
I don't know if you saw on Facebook recently, but a woman, a daughter of a couple in the neighborhood, posted about her parents receiving a letter from neighbors, which she didn't share the what was written, but basically it felt like neighbors were objecting to how they maintained their yard. That's my assumption. And instead of speaking to these elderly people and getting to know them, just wrote them this nasty letter, which was so hurtful to them. They lived in the neighborhood for years, brought their children up here. I don't understand. I really am challenged by people's reaction to that. And with the SOS, I'd like to ask people, they claim one of the initial reactions was, well, we weren't involved in the process. Okay, say you'd been involved in the process. Would you have accepted it? And I would highly recommend to people, there's a book by a woman named Heather McGhee, The Sum of Us. I'll loan it to you, or have you read it?
I know of it.
She is the niece-in-law of a friend of mine, and so we read it. We read it for book club. And it's very, very powerful, talking about if we look at all of us and what's good for all of us, we'll all be better off than saying, well, if they get something, then we're going to lose something. And it's very powerful, and I would highly recommend it. She tells a lot of stories. She visited with a lot of people across the country in writing the book, and so she is an economist by training and a lawyer. Has a law degree, but she brings in specific stories of people's experiences that really are very telling.
What do you wish were the values of Park Hill?
I think I wish the values of Park Hill, the neighborhood, were very similar to what our church is, valuing human beings as all people, and trying to not rise to fear, but to be open to differences and accepting of differences in gender, in race, in socioeconomic, and
given the diversity of Park Hill, you would expect that to be a shared value.
Of the diversity that was Park Hill, it's not as diverse as it used to be. As you say, with gentrification over the years, one of the things that didn't hit me until a year or two ago was not understanding or recognizing the fact that maybe people owned their homes, But as values increased, the real estate taxes increased. And if people were on fixed incomes, maybe they could no longer hold on to their homes. And that didn't really hit me till a couple of years ago. I sort of thought, well, why are they moving? Why don't they stay? But realizing that real estate tax issue.
So the Colorado Village Collaborative is the group that's going to run this, and they are our June mission partner. So all the money that's donated for our mission partner in June will go toward their work, especially at the SOS camp in Park Hill. What do you want to tell the people about whether they should give to that?
The Unhoused People's Center over in Rhino is open now during the day so that the homeless people have a place to be. I never understood why they couldn't be there during the day, and that they're offering services and people are finding housing for people. I think we just need to think creatively, and I think CVC is doing that. They're providing a lot of leadership for looking forward and trying to helping people solve these issues.
If you don't have a home, it's a 24-hour-a-day problem.
Right. And even letting the people at Crossroads leave their belongings there, which they do it at the SOS camps also. Right. They can leave their belongings. They're not taking everything with them.
So yes, I invite you to go to our website and donate. And again, we'll hear more videos or more testimonies from our members during the month. While you're there donating to our mission partner, I invite you also to become a recurring giver to the mission and ministry of our church. We hope that the services and the things that we do in the community, our mission and ministry, are important to you. And if you are not currently somebody who gives on a regular basis, do that, please. We invite you to do that. And now we say, thank you, God, for giving us all these resources that we might, in fact, be more compassionate and kind in our neighborhood and around the world. And now let's listen to a musical meditation.